said, as we go through the rest of the 20th century into the 21st for Ireland, we have the resurrection of nationalist rhetoric with De Valera's Fianna Fáil. Ultimately, while some good things were done, I think it did not have this foundation in what Griffith was talking about. And I think a lot of the leaders ended up kind of being inept or sort of corrupted by 1938. And then as you go forward, the actual protectionism kind of falters. And then by the time we get to the 50s, and this is something that Crotty can also expand upon, you get to sort of more of a Keynesian welfare state mode. By the time in the 60s, you get sort of this T.K. Whitaker opening up and liberalization. You also, with that, get the introduction of foreign debt-fueled economic growth. You have some industrialization, but ultimately explodes in a debt crisis come the 80s. And then by that time, Ireland's getting ready to be ingratiated in with the rest of Europe and switch their currency to the euro, which becomes fully realized in 1998, and then the Celtic Tiger and the boom and everything that comes from that, the tax haven status. And ultimately we see it ends in austerity and the loss of sovereignty and the manipulation of not only the Irish economy today, but also the Irish political sphere. Whether or not anyone appreciates the ideas that I'm putting forth, if that tax advantage is taken away from Ireland, you will have to deal with Irish industrial self-sufficiency at some point. You'll have to deal with how you make an economy work without this carrot of low corporate tax. And so I hope that through the charity that you've given me to explain these ideas on your show and further articulations, people can kind of arrive at these ideas, see that they're very beneficial just from a purely objective standpoint, and also that they're totally conducive to the Irish Revolution, the national founding fathers. And if you have any appreciation for what those men fought and died for and what they really were striving for, you will then have to come to terms with that these were the economic ideas that they were striving for.